Okay. No. No, what have I done? There we go. Okay. Great. Let's do it. Okay. Every piece of knowledge that humanity possesses had to be passed down in the form of literature. To this end, the most important form literature takes is that of a book. Many may think that being an author is reserved for intellectuals or profound thinkers, but this is not true. In fact, I am neither of those things, and I have written numerous stories and books and all kinds of pieces of literature. Today, I would like to show you my process and what it takes to become an author. To begin, let's discuss beginning. Coming up with an idea is the most difficult part of the entire process. But when you have one, famous American poet Maya Angelou describes, there is no greater agony than bearing an untold story inside you. Ideas can come from anywhere at any time. However, if you want to write a book, you have to keep a few things in mind. In general, the genre of your book will depend largely on your own interests and where you want to take the story and the subject. The time span you're willing to give yourself to write is also crucial, because that will dictate how much time and the length of the story and the detail you're willing to go into. The depth of your idea, which basically dictates just how much detail you have available to you in terms of what you want to write, is also important. It is best to come up with multiple ideas and compare them before committing to any one topic. Some ideas may have more depth, be easier to write about, but they will demand more time than you are willing to commit. Even though you have come up with your idea at this point, you're not quite ready to start the writing process. Planning ahead is the most important portion of writing the story. Creating an outline will help you structure your book and know where you're going as you create. Establish important details. Make an order to events that take place in your story, and think of an ending and message to go along with it. A lot of these pieces all play into your genre that you are basing your book and placing your book within. Understand your genre and how your ideal story structure compares to it. Avoid boring cliches. That, as difficult as that may be, attempt to be as original as possible. You can always make changes later on. As Terry Pratchett, creator of Discworld series, explains, the final draft is just you telling your story. After the starter work is done, and you have a plan for how you want your book to look, the writing process can begin. Actually, writing the book is technically the easiest portion of the entire part. To help staying consistent, keep a minimum word count that you want to finish within a certain amount of time. Keep yourself accountable for what you expect from yourself to have finished within a particular deadline, but do not discourage yourself by being too hard. And put aside a certain amount of time every day for writing, specifically for writing, because this will ensure that you stay committed and disciplined to your craft. It is as Rich Bach, a professional writer, is an amateur who didn't quit. In utilizing these steps, it's easy to see that anyone can write a book. The technical side of it is something that anyone with the time and discipline can enact. For centuries, books have been written by authors of varying culture, creeds, and religions to spread ideologies and stories. However, in breaking down the process, Writing down is not so difficult as many believe. In this way, all authors come from a similar background,